Alderman Cadella.
Here.
Alderman Cole. Here. Alderman Littleton. Alderman Police.
Here.
Alderman Shockey.
Here.
Alderman Eugene Wesley.
Here.
Alderman Roy Wesley.
Here.
Alderman Winger.
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Here. Quorum being present, would you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? May I have a motion to approve the minutes of May 20th, 2010?
I'll second it.
Any comments, corrections, additions?
Just one, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Shockey?
We're facing over here, there's our present flag. I think they should be exchanged.
Good point. Looks like the cleaning service was busy. Any comments, corrections on the minutes? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Council, without objection, I'm going to skip down to Mayor's report. I'm going to take things slightly out of order to see if a representative of the chamber joins us. So Matthew and the chief, would you join me at the podium? It's one of our great privileges to recognize the Eagle Scouts as they attain that award. And we have a proclamation from the City Council and also a proclamation, a plaque from the police chief, which I highly recommend that as you drive around town, you carry this in your car at all times. You never know when that might come in handy. First one, whereas the Boy Scouts of America is a vital force in the development of our youth through its many programs which encourage the ability of its members to do things for themselves and especially for others. And whereas one of the major objectives in the Scouting program is to develop citizenship through community involvement, and in addition to working for citizenship merit badges, Scouts are encouraged to participate in community service projects. And whereas Matthew Scott Welmers is a member of Boy Scouts of America and not only has proven himself to be an outstanding member, but has attained the highest honor bestowed to a Scout, the Eagle Scout Award. And whereas the Eagle Scout Award is a distinction that will follow him throughout life and will be a beacon to others of the leadership quality and commitment this you man has shown, whatever that means. I guess I should have proofread it beforehand, huh? Now therefore I, Mayor Kenneth P. Johnson, recognize Matthew Scott Welmers as worthy of this highest honor and encourage him to continue his commitment to excellence. Testimony I have herein to set my hand and seal, the City of Wooddale, 17th June, 2010. Congratulations, Scott. Thank you. Okay. Here's that. Now, before I recognize the chief, why don't you come on over a little bit, and why don't you tell the council a little bit about what your Eagle project was?
Okay. For my Eagle project, over at the Wooddale Junior High in front of the Arts Center, we sanded off the rust and the old paint from the rails and repainted them, all 350 feet of them. And we did this over a weekend in August, this past August. And we had a lot of the troop come out. We got it done. I've been back several times, and it still looks good. So, yeah.
And I noticed on your brochure that you did several things like rim to rim on the Grand Canyon. Why don't you tell us some of the other adventures you went through to get the rank?
So Troop 65 is different than most Boy Scout troops because we do a high adventure trip every year. And I've attended 7 of them, 7, with the exception of this year and the bicycling to St. Louis. I've canoed the Boundary Water twice, which is a 1-week trip. We go up there, we canoe around for 5 days, we come back, a lot of fun. I've rode my bicycle from Westview School down to the St. Louis Arch over 5 days. A lot of hard work, but very rewarding. I've canoed the Current River in Missouri. It was very beautiful down there. If you get a chance to go down there and check it out, highly recommend it. I've hiked the Grand Canyon from the South Rim to the North Rim and back. That was the biggest trip I've done. It's a lot of fun. They're going back this year. Unfortunately, going to college, I can't make that, so. And finally, last year, I designed a trip where we went from Grand Rapids, Michigan, all the way up to Mackinac Island on our bicycles, and we went around Mackinac Island, and then we came back. So those are the several trips I've been on.
I'm a little bit tired just listening to that. Matt, having achieved the Boy Scouts of America's highest award, the Eagle Scout, you are hereby presented this recognition from the Wooddale Police Department for your dedication to the Eagle Scout requirements for achievement. You have exhibited an interest, a loyalty, a caring for your country, community, and your fellow man. Further, you are recognized for having dedicated yourself to the principles to attain this highest achievement, and in doing so, have developed the necessary leadership skills which, through example, have set the pace for other young men to follow in your footsteps. We are confident that you will continue to apply these leadership skills and Eagle Scout principles to your life as you embark on new horizons, embracing the morals and merits you have so eloquently received. We take pride in recognizing you for this outstanding achievement, and on behalf of the men and women of the Wooddale Police Department, our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a future of achievement in all that you strive for. And just as a final note, with regards to Troop 65, you are the 49th member since its existence to obtain this rank, and I believe you're the 5th one in just the last 10 years to do so. So once again, you're commended and congratulations.
Congratulations. How many tires you wear out? How many tires you wear out?
I haven't put my tire yet.
Not yet?
Now, if I could have the scholarship winners come on up and join me. And Andrea, I want to call on you last. I have a special question for you. Each year, the City of Wooddale, in combination with the Chamber of Commerce, is pleased to award a scholarship to help some of the fine young men and women of Lake Park, Addison Trail, no longer Driscoll, and Fenton High School. And let's call on Anita. Come on up first. Why don't you tell the council what the writing project was this year?
Well, the writing project this year was to write about something difficult you would think about college. And what I said was that I don't know what I'm going to major in yet, and I don't want to fall into obstacles in changing my major. So that's like the most difficult thing I think is like going into college. Okay.
Congratulations to you. And your check. Thomas? Thomas, you went to Fenton High School. Tell us a little bit about how are things going at Fenton High School? How was your education there?
Fenton High School is a great place to receive your education, in my opinion. I took a lot of accelerated classes and advanced placement classes, which helped me become the person that hopes to achieve a lot of things, especially majoring in engineering at University of Illinois. And I also played tennis in Fenton, and it was a great experience there as well for 4 years.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you. And your check.
Thank you.
Daniel, why don't you tell us where you're going to be going to school and what your major is going to be?
I plan to go to College of DuPage in the fall, majoring in fire science and taking a career in possibly nursing on the side as well. And I plan to go to. I just finished an EMT course. I want to. I'm taking the National Registry test and then going on to paramedic school, and then hopefully I could get a job around here or whoever decides to take me.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Your check?
Thank you.
Erica, you want to tell us where you're going to be going to school and what your major will be?
Sure. I'm going to Washington University in St. Louis in the fall, and I'll be majoring in architecture, hopefully to open my own firm someday.
Very good. Congratulations. Jocelyn? And you want to tell us where you're going to be going to school?
Yes. I will be attending College of DuPage as well, and I will be majoring in secondary education. So.
Congratulations to you. Now, Andrea, I found this one fascinating. I read your script or your what would you call it? Not story, essay. There we go. Thank you. She quoted Charlie Chaplin. I didn't think she was old enough for. She can't be old enough to know who Charlie Chaplin was, or even probably to watch any of his movies. Come on up here. Why don't you give the city council the quote? I thought that was fascinating, and how you came up with that.
The quote is, Lord, what can I think?
If not, I have it open on the page there,
No, no,
Patrick.
no, it's,
It's in the folder.
you people all have, yeah. Shoot, I have it on my. You, the people, have the power to make life a wonderful adventure. That's the quote that I
If you could
chose.
say that one more, she got it. You know, if you could say it one more time again, slower.
You, the people, have the power to make life a wonderful adventure. And so it was in The Great Dictator. That's a movie where I got it from. It's a satire of World War II. And at the end of the movie, he gives a speech at the end, and it's trying to provoke humanity to unite and just to rebuild everything and their humanity and everything, and their innocence and everything. And so that was.
Congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
as well. And here's your check. And the council would like to congratulate all of you.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Now, we have some exciting stuff to discuss and take care of, but if you want to leave, I will understand. So, as the Scoutmaster well knows. Thank you. Mhm. Do any citizens wish to address the city council? If so, if you go to the podium, give us your name and address, starting with Mr. Tomzak.
He has no fingers on one hand. Put an M80 in it, it says I can hold this.
I came home today from work. I found this official City of Wooddale piece of paper, rubber band, in my mailbox. This is not the first time it has happened, so I felt it needed to be brought up to the city that this is illegal use of a postal mailbox. I wish it not to happen again. The first time I talked with my alderman, just made a comment to him that I didn't think that was right. But this is the second time now. And I think it needs to be brought up, it needs to be addressed by the city council that this doesn't happen again. Because I'm a firm believer in following the law. If somebody, a roofer, a paver, or that put something on my mailbox, I call them and let them know that what they did was illegal, and it better not happen again, or I will notify postal authorities. I've given the city twice. I haven't called them yet. If it happens again, I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tomzak. Mr. Kramer?
That is absolutely correct. Posting on all residents for the smoke testing that's happening next week. The intent was to have that delivered on doors. That is not an excuse. By no means was the Public Works Department or the city trying to circumvent the postal regulations or trying to avoid paying postage. I did speak with the supervisor this evening, and that issue will be remedied, and that will not happen again for the postings that
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Does anyone else wish to address the city council this evening? If not, I do have 3 written communiques. First one is from Tioga Veterans Foreign Wars Post 2149. We, the members of Tioga Post 2149, along with the men and ladies auxiliary, wish to offer our sincere gratitude for the donation you, the city of Wooddale, made to our Memorial Day Parade and the open house that we hosted thereafter. The event was a huge success, due in part to your generous contribution. Thank you very much, the parade committee. Also have a request from the Knights of Columbus of Holy Ghost. Dear Mayor, it is time again for the Knights of Columbus financial drive for support of its program for the mentally handicapped. It is popularly known as the Tootsie Roll Drive, in which we solicit contributions and distribute Tootsie Rolls in the process. The drive this year will be held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 17th, 18th, and 19th, for which permission is being requested of you. As in the past, the Knights would be stationed at intersections and commercial establishments in Wooddale. Should you require further information, contact Gary Effort, the Holy Ghost Knights of Columbus, MH Drive co-chairman, and that will be approved. And a letter from Jim and Joanne Salter of 599 Erman Drive, Wooddale. Addressed to Mayor Johnson. Hi, I just want you to know that the men who were at our house on 5/24/2010 chipping and removing our tree branches did a great job. They also cleaned up very good when they were done. Many thanks to them. We were very pleased of the job they did. Love much, live well, and laugh often. And also under Mayor's report, you should have a sheet to vote on for movies in the park. Please fill that out tonight and turn that in to myself or Mr. Douthwaite, and we will get that scheduled. As a matter of fact, the date has been scheduled, hasn't it, or is that changing? The date, do you know the date, Mr. Douthwaite?
Saturday, August 28th.
So Saturday, August 28th, it's Saturday, August 28th, it's the intent of Wooddale to do our, not our first, we did this a few years ago, movie in the park at the Town Center Complex, and all the citizens that will be invited. That's going to be a free event. And that concludes my report. Mr. Cadella?
Is there a rain date that we can announce for that, or will there be? If
We have
such thing happens?
got prior approval that if in the event of rain, we will switch it over to the junior high and play it inside. So.
What time is it start?
Not yet. Notices will be in the water billing, and notices will be handed out at Prairie Fest. Alderman Winger?
My understanding is that this would be an outside event as a rain date. I believe we've done this in the past, a couple of years back, and it did not go well. It did rain, and it got moved to a school, and a lot of us didn't go to the school. The whole thing is that I was excited about this because there would be a rain date outside. So what changed from when we first discussed this? Or from what I understood, let's put it that way.
My understanding is the vendor is booked on the other dates, the other Saturday nights, and would not have an open following Saturday he could do it, unless we push it off into late fall or early winter.
Okay, I'm not in favor of this then. Thank you.
Okay. Alderman Wesley?
That was me.
All right. Alderman Wesley?
Did Jeff look at the insurance policy on this for the rain date?
I don't believe he has. He has been looking at an insurance for rain for Prairie Fest. I don't believe he's done any investigation for an insurance for this particular event, but I will ask him tomorrow and get back to you.
Because I did talk to this gentleman that Jeff was talking to, and we would schedule another date for it, and there was an extra charge of like $35 for that.
It's worth it.
I'll check with him tomorrow and let you know.
So, okay.
And one other thing on the mayor's report, I would remind everybody of the public hearing on the grade separation, which will be at the junior high on, correct me if I'm wrong, June 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. So the public is invited to that as well. And that completes my report. Mr. Manager?
Well, Mr. Mayor, I had 3 items, and you've stolen my thunder on the movies in the park, so I now have 2. The city council asked the staff to begin doing some work with respect to infomercials on some activities that are going on in the city. Mr. Forrest and Mr. Murmas have completed this past week the first production, if you will, dealing with the train station. They completed that work earlier this week. It's going to begin airing on our cable station right away, and I would encourage you to take a look at that. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, and I think, given the fact neither of them are experienced television producers, they did a pretty good job. Secondly, as you know, when we signed our recent solid waste franchise with Allied Waste Haulers, we agreed that we would divide the city up into 2 zones for pickup, one on Monday, one on Tuesday. That will begin the week of July the 19th. Basically, all residential areas west of Wooddale Road will stay on a Monday schedule. Everything east of Wooddale and the Bristol Park condominiums up on Wooddale and Devon will switch to Tuesdays. You have a copy in front of you of the announcement that's going to go out in our newsletter. We also intend to publicize that in our water bill on Channel 6, reverse 911 for all of the affected areas that are going to change. And between now and the middle of July, the waste hauler will put door hangers, not on the mailboxes, but door hangers that publicize that. We're going to do whatever we can to make sure that everybody gets advance notice that as of July the 20th, the folks on the east side of Wooddale Road and Bristol Park will switch from a Monday pickup to a Tuesday. If there are any other suggestions the council might have in terms of how we alert the public, please let me know. We still have a month or so to incorporate that. But I think the combination of door hangers, water bills, newsletters, reverse 911 ought to get the word out as best we can in terms of alerting the citizens. And that's my report, Mr. Mayor.
Any comments or questions? Alderman Wesley?
When's the garbage cans coming? As part of the project too.
We're planning on rolling those out after Labor Day. We want to make sure everybody gets back from summer vacation, and the plan is to roll those out in early to mid-September.
Okay.
Alderman Wesley?
Wally, you just said about September, about the garbage cans. These, have you seen these garbage cans yet? And do they have the logo on them? The city logo?
Yes, I've seen them. I do not know for certain that they have the city logo. We've discussed that a little bit. I believe they probably do, but I'm going to have to confirm that.
Because that was part of the contract, I believe.
Excuse me?
I believe that was part of the contract.
If it is, then they will have them.
So, and how are you gonna, how do you know who gets what cans? There's different sizes, correct?
We're going to start with a default of 65 gallons for each refuse and recycling. And if residents want larger cans or smaller cans, all they have to do is call Allied or call us, and we'll make sure that the next week they get changed out. So if you want a smaller one, we'll start default mode with 65 each. And if you want bigger or smaller, just let us know and we'll make the appropriate adjustments.
Okay, thank you.
If there's nothing further, that brings us to the consent agenda. Is there any objections to any items on the consent agenda? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now may I have a motion to approve the items on the agenda, being an ordinance providing for the withdrawal from the City of Wooddale from Nordcat, approval of pay request number 2 to Apollo Trenchless, approval of contract award to Concord Construction, approval of pay request number 4 to Utility Dynamics, approval of contract award to CGMT, an ordinance of the City of Wooddale ascertaining the prevailing rate of wages for laborers, mechanics, and other workers, approval of change order number 1 for Vian Construction, and approval of payment request number 2 to Mark Kresmery Construction. Is there such a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Felice?
Yes.
Those items pass. Item 1 is approved as ordinance O-10-04. Item 6 is approved as ordinance O-10-05. That brings us to committee chairman reports, planning, zoning, and building. Alderman Cadella.
No report.
Public Health, Safety, and Judiciary. Alderman Shockey.
No report.
Public Works. Alderman Wesley.
One report, Mayor. I make a motion on the floor to approve a bill for approval of payment request number 2, partial bid construction of Oak and Potter Water Main Replacement Project, an amount of $83,953.80. That
Sir?
is my motion.
Is there a second
Second.
on the question? Roll call.
Alderman Felice?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
That item is approved.
That's end of my report, Mayor.
Brings us to Finance and Administration. Alderman Winger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion to approve an ordinance amending the municipal code, Chapter 7, to increase water rates.
Is there a second?
No, go ahead.
Is there a second
Second.
on the question? Roll call.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
No.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Felice?
No.
That item is approved as ordinance O-10-06.
That concludes my report.
That brings us to other business, which there is none. That brings us to approval of bills. Alderman Winger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I believe I can combine all 3 lists into one motion. Is that correct?
Yes, you may.
Okay, then I'm going to make a motion to approve a list of bills, listing number 1 for June 3, 2010 for $434,796.61. Then the second list of bills dated June 3, 2010 for $59,550. And lastly, the third list of bills dated June 17, 2010 for $321,088.72.
Is there a second
Second.
on the question?
Mayor, I have a question.
Alderman Wesley.
We did this in one motion. What if you're objecting one set of bills? You have to shoot them all down?
Mr. Bond.
Yeah. Or you can ask that they be separate if you've got an issue with one but not the other. You could ask if they be placed in 3 separate motions.
Well, she already made a motion on the floor and there's been a second, so I will just vote the bills down totally because I have a problem with June 17th bills.
Alderman, please.
On list of bills, 61710, page 2, just curious, Blackboard Connect, one-year connection service to the Public Works, 10,361. Just curious what that was. I'm sorry.
That's actually a police bill, and that was a program we started last year. That's for the reverse 911 program that we do, and that's a yearly reoccurring cost.
All right, thank you.
Any further? Roll call.
Alderman R. Wesley.
Yes.
Alderman Winger.
Yes.
Alderman Cadell.
Yes.
Alderman Shockey.
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley.
I will be voting no for bill June 17th, 2010 set of bills.
Alderman Coles.
Yes.
Alderman Felice.
Yes.
Those items pass. May I have a motion to adjourn the city council into executive session for purposes of review of the official minutes, land acquisition, collective bargaining, and personnel pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, 120, 2C21, 2C5, 2C2, and 2C1. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Roll call.
Alderman R. Wesley.
Yes.
Alderman Winger.
Yes.
Alderman Cadella.
Yes.
Alderman Shockey.
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley.
Yes.
Alderman Coles.
Yes.
Alderman Felice.
Yes.
That passes. Don't forget to fill out your movie preference voting and turn them in before the executive session.
Now we got an executive session. What?
John? You right there, Wallace. Actually, I want to speak.
How are you?